Hi, this is Kate. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a jumpsuit sort of design inspired by Diane von Furstenberg. Alright, the first thing we're going to do here is just do a straight line for the opening of the garment right across the collarbone. Next we're just going to do a just straight line across and make this sort of a sweetheart neckline. What it is the top of the garment is sheer and then the rest of it is not sheer. So there is another part by the hips where it is also sheer, so we're going to make it kind of into a heart shape like this and just leave two triangles out in the middle. And then as you can see here, the jumpsuit's a little baggy, just loose and flowy. So you don't have to stay super close to the template's actual legs. And this is a sleeveless garment, so we're just going to do the sleeves right there. Make the nice lines. Now I'm just going to go over it in ink. It's a pretty simple design. Most of the detail is actually in the coloring as opposed to that. So when inking, just try to make long, smooth lines and just try to let your pen flow across the paper. As you can see here, I did not break up the line, and I just went right in on the curves and just left that part empty on the hips. So we'll just leave that be for now. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to give the sheer part of the outfit some texture just by doing repeated straight lines across, as you can see here. And this is going to give it some texture and kind of give it just that sort of netted looking feel. Now we're going to do the same thing over here by the waist. So drawing in that part. Now we're going to do some just really simple looking shoes. Most of the design is going to be in the actual outfit. So just leaving the toe open and then just a little V for the top of the shoe. Oop, that fell off. Now we're going to erase all of our old lines, and be careful while doing this that you don't smudge your paper. I really like to use kneaded erasers. This is not one, however. I just couldn't find one. But when you're using just a regular eraser, make sure that when you're wiping away all the extra little stuff right there like that you don't smudge the actual design. That has happened to me way too many times. So just be careful while you're erasing. Now we're going to get out our colors. And I'm going to start by doing the shoes. They're just going to be really simple black shoes, just nice and simple and sweet. Now we're going to just doing the skin real quick. I'm just using a really light skin tone just to keep most of the focus on the actual jumpsuit. So if you do want to color in the skin, you're welcome to. I just do it to give it a more, runway sort of look, like it's a model rocking down the runway. I'm using Copic markers, but by no means you have to use those. I just really like these. And sometimes you mess up with them, but don't worry about it. This is just for fun. So if you mess up or something, you can always redo it. Or, if you have a whiteout pen, you can use that too. And since the hair is going to have a straight across bang, I'm not going to worry about going too far up the actual face. Now I'm just going to roughly sketch the hair real quick. I'm just giving her a straight across bang and then sort of a Dutch boy's haircut. Just nice and black and really chic. I'm going to go over the pen real quick. The hair of your model really kind of distinguishes the attitude. So it's a more colorful jumpsuit, so just wanted to give her really simple shoes, really simple hair. When drawing the hair and clothes, it's always kind of important to draw, especially with markers, the way the hair falls. So if it's going everywhere, you can do squiggly lines, but if it just is supposed to come straight down, then you want to draw straight lines so that if the lines do show, it looks like real hair. And now for the base of the jumpsuit, we are just going to do a really light lime sort of green, just to give it that pop. So like with the hair, doing the coloring it is good because you want to color it in the way that the garment and the fabric actually falls. So as opposed to doing diagonal lines just straight up and down is much better. There you go. Old paper getting in the way. We're going to go over this a little bit with darker color. So if you mess up or something, don't worry about it. Feel free to mix and match colors. I mean, I use these colors, but this was not the colors that Diane von Furstenberg used on her actual design. I just saw it and I thought it was really interesting. And then for the sheer part of the jumpsuit, I'm just going to do a darkish purple pink that is just we're just going to draw right over those lines. And now we are going to move on to the next part of the design, where we're just going to give it some more texture and just do some lines like that just to give the fabric a little more depth and make it more designed. Doesn't really matter how these fall, it's just straight lines up and down. And then you can also use this marker for some of the shading. And now we're going to take the whiteout pen and just do a soft shine across the hair. And to accessorize a little bit, we're just going to do a really simple little line for a bracelet across her wrist. And then we're going to do a little bit of shading on her skin real quick. I do it usually right underneath the neck and along the under the garments, like the sleeve and around the wrists, and right underneath the bangs and the pants and shoes, and sometimes the elbows, depends. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, you can leave me something at the bottom. You can check the description down below to download the template. And if you have any other ideas for designers I can be inspired by, let me know. This one was inspired by Diane von Furstenberg. Thank you.